Oscar Piastri says he has not signed a deal to race for Alpine in Formula 1 next season, just hours after the team stated otherwise. Earlier today, Alpine released a statement saying that reigning Formula 2 champion Piastri would take Aston Martin-bound Alonso's seat at its F1 team next year. The news came without any comment from Piastri, in both in the press release and his own social media channels, with the announcement on the Australian driver's future also coming in the middle of the night at his home country. That, of course, fuels suggestions that Piastri's situation was more complicated than it appeared, with the Australian and his manager, of course, Grand Prix winner Mark Webber, having recently made moves to try and get him in a McLaren next season. Piastri has now posted a statement on Twitter saying Alpine's statement was made without his consent, and he denies he will race for the F1 team next year. I understand that without my agreement, Alpine F1 have put out a press release late this afternoon that I'm driving for them this year. This is wrong, and I have not signed a contract with Alpine for 2023. I will not be driving for Alpine next year, he said. Double F1 champion Alonso's shock announcement to sign a 2-year deal with Aston Martin for next year blew the F1 driver market wide open as it heads into its summer break. Alpine team boss Otmar Safnauer told a select group of media on Tuesday morning that only the team knew of Alonso's decision when the press release was issued. With it looking unlikely that Piastri would have a pace at Alpine for 2023 prior to Alonso's decision, it's understood that he and his manager, former F1 driver Mark Webber, were close to a deal with McLaren. This would have put the pace of Daniel Ricciardo, whose future with McLaren has been uncertain for some time, owing to his performances out of the car. Although brake performances haven't been included in Ricciardo's contract, they are believed to be entirely on his side. A 3-1 McLaren to get Piastri on a long-term deal could be enough to make him realise that his long-term future may be better assured elsewhere. Alpine claimed that with Alonso moving on, the Enstone-based team had a contractual right to put Piastri in an F1 seat for next year, and seemingly exercised that earlier today with its only announcement. However, this may not be the case, with some suggesting that Alpine had missed a deadline by which it had to commit Piastri to the 2023 seat. It's therefore likely that Alpine made the announcement as a warning to others that they could face a legal battle over Piastri services, and it stakes its claim to his services. McLaren are yet to make a comment on the matter, and just an absolutely incredible situation. It's basically complete deja vu from what we've seen in IndyCar for the last few weeks, with McLaren Chip Ganassi racing over reigning champion Alex Palou, just the F1 version. And Oscar Piastri, Alpine, for me, heads must roll for it. How can you have your double world champion in your team and your bright young star coming up and lose them both in 2 days, and they'll be left with only one driver for next season? That's just absolute madness. And for me, heads have to roll that for Alpine. Oscar Piastri and Mark Webber, it seems like they've been really savvy. It looked like Alonso would have that seat for a year or two more, and they've gone and got him a really good driver at McLaren. And personally, I think that's where he's going to go now. He's pretty much closed the door on Alpine. McLaren, they've got themselves in this situation twice now, which is really quite incredible. But for me, it looks like he's going to go to McLaren. Ricciardo, it probably puts him out of a drive. Could he go back to Alpine? I don't know. It'll be complicated with his situation there previously. The silly season really has been blown wide open. And they're just my initial thoughts. I'll do a video over the coming weeks during the summer break of what I make of it all. Just an absolutely incredible situation in the driver market, and it's just going to evolve and evolve and evolve in the next few days. It's definitely going to be very interesting to see where that all goes. Let's just see. Anyway guys, that's our video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and as well as comments down below. Follow us for daily F1 news and subscribe to the channel, and that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!